You made it! You are a good person, and your reward is that now you get to come be a part of the Good Place Aftershow here on AfterBuzz TV. Stay tuned, because we're talking about Season 3, Episode 2, The Brady Bunch!
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey there! Welcome to the AfterBuzz TV after show for The Good Place. We are talking about The Good Place, Season 3, Episode 2, The Brady Bunch. I'm your host, Alana Jordan, and joining me today, one of my favorite people.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm Taylor Gates, and this is The Good Place.
This is The Good Place!
It is.
Yeah! It's the real good place,
It truly is. I feel it. I feel the love with you.
And I loved this episode. What did you think of this episode?
Honestly, there's never been a bad episode of the show. Like, I genuinely believe that. And I think it's so cool how they're taking it a different direction this season with, like, being on Earth, and they're killing it. Like, it's still just as funny and just as clever as it always was.
Which is ironic, because they're also unkilling it.
That's so true. That's a very good point.
And I'm so excited, too. Taylor is going to be a part of the panel throughout the entire season. Yay!
So excited to join you guys.
Sarah couldn't make it today, but she will be back as well. So don't worry. She'll be back. We'll have a whole group of all four of us next week.
We will. We'll get the band back together. You know, at the beginning of this season, they were in their separate places, and
exactly
the same way.
Batman Anthony in the booth is our Michael, who is bringing us all together. He's the true architect of the Good Place. So.
Yes, I am Michael.
Yeah!
Hello. Welcome. I am here.
And I still have to call Anthony Batmanthony because he also engineers for DC Movie News, which a lot of you, when we were recording last week, were commenting in the chat, hey, when you do The Good Place, make sure you keep the chat up. So we heard you guys.
I'm there.
Yeah.
So join me there, please.
Don't infiltrate DC Movie News anymore with Good Place stuff. Like, we'll do it all here. We'll do it all here. But Taylor's got it on lock, so she'll be...
Although I would argue, too, that DC Movie News is also a good place.
It is a good place. Hey, look at you, Batman Anthony. That's why you're the best.
I try.
Better than good, the best. Yeah. Now, one thing that is not good for these guys, unfortunately, Trevor, as we saw last episode, Sean has seen Michael returning over and over and over to Earth. Mm-hmm. So Trevor sneaks in. Now, Michael is telling Janet exactly what to expect. This is the demon of all demons, potentially the single most dangerous creature in the world, wielding some lemon bars, infiltrating the study group. It's about to get real.
It is. I love that juxtaposition of, like, he's the scariest, worst, and he's like, guys, I brought lemon bars. I'm like, the writing on the show is impeccable with, like, the timing.
So good. It's pretty sweet. Like some lemon bars. That's so true. I like to that then it goes, hey! Then it goes right into chapter 29. Anybody who's been watching this show from the beginning, which I hope you have been, because you really should be watching it.
You gotta watch in order.
But we're already on chapter 29. We've had 29 chapters of Eleanor's life and death, and then resurgence back to life.
Yeah, like 800 different versions of Eleanor.
And I love the way that this show is set up, that it has it broken down into these chapters. I think that's so brilliant. It's a great way to organize it and keep up with everything. Just like AfterBuzz has such a great way of organizing and keeping up with everything.
Absolutely. So you talked a little bit about DC Movie News, but AfterBuzz actually produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows, from drama, reality TV, sci-fi, comedy, which is obviously what this one is, and more. There is no network that works hard to serve television fans, but we are looking for your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that is tailor-made for you and will help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be, because they are completely optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel, and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments, and we will thank you guys on air. For now, thank you for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
Woohoo! And for this show, it's even better because it's not just tailor-made, it's tailor-made.
Every time I say that, I'm like, it's my name. Like, it's so weird to say your own name, I feel like.
I love it. So we know that Simone and Chidi are working together to kind of team up the neurological aspects, the ethical aspects, doing a philosophical and scientific combination.
Yeah.
Basically, basically what they're going to do is they're going to have Chidi ask the 4, well, I guess it'll be 5. Now, Trevor throwing everything in is messing with me.
It's
just
the core
messing
4.
with me.
We
The
can't
core 4.
have
Get out
some
of here,
random...
Trevor.
No.
Anyway, so he's going to put these guys into an MRI machine, ask them some ethical questions, brain map it. Then we're going to show them some pictures that remind them of their near-death experience, ask them some more ethical questions, and see what happens. I think just watching all of the science, I think, is so much fun.
It is.
I'm with Jason, though, where I'm like, if I bring a spider into this MRI machine, will I get superpowers?
I'm obsessed with him. He's so good at just like deadpanning all of this like ridiculous stuff. I thought that was a great moment and so in character for Jason.
And I love too, Tahani is like, what if I'm wearing a very thin bra that's made of pure gold?
Right?
And I'm like,
of course you are.
Yeah, all right, Tahani. Tahani is who I want to be. Jason is who I actually am.
Right? I actually took a quiz. There's a bunch of BuzzFeed quizzes about The Good Place, and it was what percent Tahani and what percent Eleanor are you? I am a 100% Eleanor, apparently.
Yeah, I got the rust
The rust
underneath
stains,
the bits,
right?
you know? It's all good. It's all good. But Michael ends up coming back down to confront Trevor while he's in his spy gear and everything, and they end up having this back and forth with this Dick Tracy burn. You better watch out. Dick Tracy will call you on his watch, and yeah.
So good.
But what I loved about it is Dick Tracy filmed on the Universal lot where they filmed The Good Place.
That's so funny.
I was like, I see you guys. I see you. Dick Tracy was like right down the road from where you
Oh my
are.
gosh, they're so good at throwing. They reference so much stuff in this. It's like almost Gilmore Girls-y, how it's like very pop culture. Like last week, like the Tazon Day, like Chocolate Rain.
Yes.
I was like, stop. This is the most like
Chocolate
niche
book.
from like 8 years ago, but it's so good.
I just love everything about this show. I will say my favorite though are the one-on-ones with Eleanor and Chidi.
Yeah.
So when Eleanor pulls Chidi aside to be like, hey, are we not going to have these one-on-ones outside of the group anymore? Like, is this just going to be with the group? Because kind of felt like I had my own ninja master and now I'm like taking yoga with like a bunch of soccer moms. I feel like Michael's right. If these two are not pushed together, Eleanor is, as it keeps saying, the reason that all this is happening. And the reason she came, as she keeps reiterating, isn't for the rest of them, it's for Chidi.
Yeah, they're very much, I feel like, a core of the show because they always say they're like, well, Chidi helps Eleanor every time, and that's kind of what is the glue that holds everything together. And I think that I love the character of Simone, but I think that that's gonna cause some problems. Like I can sense a little bit of like a love triangle happening, and I am worried because every time you add someone else in, we've seen this time and time again, and so it's like, I don't know what that's gonna do to the dynamics, you know?
And it's a bummer too because Simone is awesome.
She's
like
the
you
best.
can't even root against her. Like you can't be like Team Eleanor because I'm like, no, but Simone's like way dope
She's so
though.
pure.
Like I want to hang out with Simone.
Me
Like,
too, and she's brilliant. I'm like, oh, she's everything I want to be.
Smart. So weird and just fun. I love
wonderful.
her. I
do
love her.
too.
I love too that now that they're back on Earth, we have the ability to add in some new characters.
Yeah.
Because that was the only thing about The Good Place is that we had just the limited number of people who were there, and we could see different reiterations of them depending on the situation. But getting to actually add in more people,
and like
I love.
everyone up there, they're all demons. They're like playing a part, and it's like having authentic, actual characters.
people, yeah.
It's cool. It's very different for the show.
I like it. And I love talking about the pop culture references.
Oh, yeah.
They're in Australia, so instead of going to Outback Steakhouse, of course they have to go to the American version of Outback Steakhouse, Cowboy Skyscraper Buffet. And I lost it when they were like, well, with our Manifest Destiny package for $30, you can kick somebody out of their seat. I'm like, oh.
And having the gun go off like when the table's ready,
Oh my
I'm like,
God, yes.
I love it. They poke fun at literally every single group on the face of the planet, and it's amazing.
So good. I was like, that one I just lost it though, because I was like, okay, I see you. Like the Outback references,
Right?
100%. I'm on board.
And the set decoration, like I was talking about this before, of how I kind of miss the Good Place set because it's so fun and colorful and just so different. But I mean, I feel like they're still doing such a great job of it, especially with things like this restaurant. Like they have Mount Rushmore with like Paris Hilton on. I'm like, this is like, they pay so much attention to the details, and it's incredible.
I want that Montana table.
Right?
That they were sitting at. Like, I just want to. I love it. And I love that each of the tables are themed. Like the Florida table. They're like, you can really smell the swamp water. I'm like, oh, jeez.
I want to make this restaurant. a
You know what
reality.
I also want is I want the swag. I want the Brady Bunch sweatshirts that Trevor busts out.
Someone please make this and mail it to me.
Send
I
us
will.
these
I'll
sweatshirts.
Venmo you. Like,
we
I don't
want
care.
them. We
I
want
need
them so bad. This is genius, though, because they set up in the show the problems and then the potential solutions. Trevor and Michael have their little tete-a-tete with each other so that Trevor can say, look, you're basically screwed because you've already shown your face to these people. You can't go back. You can't stop me. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Because now it would be weird if you showed your face. So what you gonna do, Michael? And he's like, I got Janet.
Yeah.
What up, demon? I'm sending my Janet.
She's like my favorite character on this show. I
love
think.
her so much.
She's so fun.
Darcy Carden. Every actor on the show, too, is absolute brilliance.
Yeah.
Absolute brilliance. But I love when she's talking about their signature drink, the 4th of July, which is an entire half of an apple pie with Southern Comfort and Coca-Cola and a hubcap from an old Chevy.
Like, low-key, I would try that.
I would destroy
Like,
that.
I think it would be kind of
love
good.
that. But I'm from Alabama. Can we sit at the Alabama table and put some ice cream in there and make it afloat? Like, then I'd be all about it.
Oh my gosh. I might try this tonight, guys.
I'm telling you, it'll just make everything better. But unfortunately, Janet doesn't have any powers here on Earth. She can't summon anything because the second she went through that portal, not only... This is interesting, too, because anytime they set something up like this, it tends to play out later. Mm-hmm. When she's on Earth, she can't summon anything, and the second she leaves, her knowledge stops.
Yeah.
Her knowledge stops updating. So, if she goes through this portal now, she's not going to have any idea of what's happening with the judge's chamber. She's not going to have any idea what's happening throughout Earth.
Good point.
She's not going to... If she's up in the ticker room... then yeah, she's fine. But because they've now broken this, when she's on Earth, she doesn't have her powers.
It's a really good point.
And Michael is bad at lying, which...
We can tell.
We already know.
We
We just thought
see.
that he was better at it. It's like, let's be honest. Trevor, though, is able to really get into Chidi's head by just saying, oh, it's cool that you're out here. You don't think it's unprofessional hanging out with your students. Of course, knowing that that would get into his brain.
Oh, yes.
Earwig it up for him while he's getting Tahani and Jason just sloshed, trying to get them to hook up with each other. Janet throwing her drink on Trevor.
So good. It was not even subtle either, which is the funny part. It was just like, bloop.
That might have been my favorite part, where she's like, oh no, you spilled. You should probably go to the bathroom or go home and never come back.
Yeah. I was like, brilliant.
Love it. Love it. And I do want to play that drinking game where it's just like, anytime that somebody says something that you can't relate to, take a drink. And I'm like, that would make a lot more social situations a lot more interesting.
Yeah. And I love Jason was like, do I have to take a drink for every word I don't know?
God, I know,
that was great
right?
Too.
And then Michael showing up and just being like, all right, I'm going to play the librarian. And
Yes.
he's like, hi, I'm the librarian from the library.
From the library.
I've been in all of the situations because I am a librarian.
So funny. God, he sucks at lying. He does.
You know what I want so bad? I want to take Michael Schur to a library and just be like, okay, look, between the Good Place and Parks and Rec, something has happened to you in this library. You keep making references to it. Show me where the library hurt you. Like,
Where is the library? That started us all.
But whatever. It's genius. I'm like, he just read every single book in that library because they make every reference.
Honestly, though.
He would have won the trivia contest were the trivia contest not on Logan Paul.
Oh my gosh.
Which was also, of course, a demon would be super excited about that.
I loved all of the internet references. He's like, did you get all the dank memes I sent you?
Oh my god, as soon as he said dank memes, I just lost it.
How do they make this work? Like, they can make anything work. It's incredible.
It's genius. And him just going into the bathroom because he likes the smell and he likes putting his hand in poop water so that everything has poop on it.
This is disgusting. You guys are twisted. Whoever writes this, you guys have a messed up mind.
And I love it. Let's
Never
hang
stop.
out.
Never change.
Let's order a giant hubcap full of
Can we please bring that to like
SoCo.
the finale or something?
I'm so here for that.
I'm
That
down.
is our
We're
good
doing
place.
this.
That is
It is.
our good place. So poor Chidi, of course, is in this ethical dilemma where now he's like not sleeping. He's all over the place because he's worried about messing up this big thesis that he has. Simone is trying to tell him to calm down and chill out, which at least we do know that they're staying together because of
Yeah.
that little reference where I was like, okay, good. At least, you know, Chidi, who was too scared to even kiss her. I'm like, step up your game, Chidi.
Yeah. Come on, Chidi.
Meanwhile, Trevor and Jason have become such good friends. They even have their own secret handshake.
Of course. Like, are we even
We're
surprised?
also learning. We're learning that handshake,
Yes.
and we're doing it, and that's how we're starting every show from now on.
We are going to live out the Good Place here at AfterBuzz TV.
Really excited about it. And Tawny's formal written apologies that she brings in. This is the most quintessential Tahani Jason conversation, just in like 10 seconds when she's like, I hope you can forgive my boorish behavior. You weren't boring. You were really fun.
I couldn't remember where I slept, so I slept in a dumpster outside of a motel.
That was the best, was after I dropped you off, there was a hotel across the street, and there was a dumpster behind that. I slept in a dumpster. It's like, Jason,
And he's fine with
yes.
it. He's like perfectly content.
I love it so much.
Wonderful.
Then we really see how bad off Chidi is, because as he has written his history of philosophy up, the only name he has written is Palto,
Palto.
which is no one.
I love how you reached it. You were like, did he write Palto? I was like, he did. He did write Palto.
Because I was like, did they just write Palto? And I was like, oh, it's an intentional joke. Okay, there we go. There we go. Good job. Good job. But Chidi ultimately goes to ask Eleanor if she's going to come to class, because Trevor said, after you guys dipped, Eleanor left. She's been kind of on the fence. I absolutely adored this moment. The Chidi-Eleanor connection, I think, is absolutely huge. And her admitting that, you know, she doesn't really connect with people and she has difficulty connecting with people, but he's special and he makes her connect. All of this super deep, sweet conversation with the giant picture of a koala just framed on the wall because Australian hotel.
Of course.
Why not? That's how we show us that we're in Australia.
I did like that moment too, though. Their relationship is just, it's always so sweet.
It's sweet and cuddly like a koala.
Exactly. We're going to bring it back to the koala every time.
But I do love that now we have a set time limit too. He's like, give me 3 months. 3 months is all I need.
That's a good point. That's nice when you have that, like, okay, this is the beginning and the end. Yeah, that's true.
And we have a set time limit. The writers are so good too about framing all of this for us in ways that are very subtle, so that it doesn't feel like you're being hit over the head. It's not saying like, and this is going to come up later, so make a note of it now.
But also, so it doesn't seem random when it happens either. I really, I think I agree with that.
It's well thought out. It's so well thought out. I love it. You know, I say to the writers what Eleanor said to Chidi, you did good at talking. Good job, guys. And then Trevor and Michael, of course, having this face-off of who won, who didn't in the bathroom, as rumbles often go down at bars, is you
Verbal
fight it out.
rumbles.
Yeah, in the bathroom. Why not? That's where you work out your crap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Ooh, I apologize for that one. It wasn't very good. The doorman shows up in the bathroom and is like, look, the judge wants to see you guys, all of you right now.
I love the doorman, by the way. I
love
just
the
want to say, I'm
doorman.
so glad we got his
Name,
character.
Jeff!
Yes, Jeff. Thanks a lot, Jeff.
Jeff. And I love that it took the whole, like, it's an hour and a half into what we've seen this season before we finally get Jeff's name.
Thanks,
He's been
Jeff.
like a key player throughout.
Honestly.
I love it. Which also perfectly set up is that when Michael went back the first time, when he kept getting everything stamped, we know that Jeff is a frog guy. He just likes frogs because he has the key to everything and he just has the frogs on it. So Michael gives him the frog thermos, which we still see Jeff is like super enjoying. The judge flinging Trevor off the bridge.
Just with the little flick.
That might have been my favorite moment of the whole episode.
That was pretty great. And Maya Rudolph is just unbelievable.
Maya Rudolph this episode too. Every single thing that she would, like her reiterations of everything,
She's
like her
so
over exaggerations and her little dances. I love it. And gosh, talking about the pop culture references. This is when I absolutely lost it because I was like, there are so many weird things that have just happened over and over and over. And she's saying because Michael has gone back so many times, it's created this ripple effect. If you meddle in the affairs of mortals, it's going to create consequences that you may not think about. So she says, because of Michael, that's why England left Europe. Brexit is because of Michael. What are some other things that are because of Michael?
The Greatest Showman.
The Greatest Showman success because of Michael. The Jacksonville Jaguars are kind of good. Blake Bortles. I love that they keep going back to poor Blake Bortles. I'm like, are we going to put Blake Bortles on the show at some point? Like,
we have to, right?
I never gave a crap about Blake Bortles until this show. And now I'm like, show me the Bortles. I don't know why.
Give me season tickets to the Jaguars.
Yes, exactly. And my personal favorite is they're like, and Byron Allen owns the Weather Channel, which also is true. And it isn't a bad thing. Like, Byron Allen's not a bad guy. He's a comedian, for anybody who didn't get that reference. He was a stand-up comedian in the 90s who then started acquiring different property. Now he owns, like, all these weird networks and stuff. It's just an odd thing that just happened. So it's like, all right.
It's because of them.
We now know because of Michael. But Janet, because she didn't have her powers, all of the things that she requested have queued up like a printer. And now that she's out of the portal into, I don't even know what to call it, the bridge to Earth, some sort of like secret bridge, netherworld bridge, everything is starting to fall down. Yeah. Which is their one chance to escape. And I love that they do have to escape. There is no other way because they're going to be sent to the bad place regardless.
Right.
She'll be marbleized. Michael will be retired, which means he'll be split up and have little pieces of him put on different stars all over the universe. Yeah. It's bad news bears for these guys.
It's not good.
Or as Jason would say, a bad news bear.
A bear of bad news.
A bear of bad news. A bad news bear. So they run away. They're trying to get, while, again, Maya Rudolph, genius. So it's just like, Janet, this is really annoying.
I love her
in the background.
So much.
So good. Even off camera, I'm like, this woman is stealing the scene.
For real.
And it's off camera. I'm like, this is just a testament to how amazing she is.
What a good casting choice, too. Because you would think they would go for, like, the classic, like, old man or whatever. Maya Rudolph.
Maya Rudolph is like my judge. That's who I go to. She is the true wielder of the almighty burrito.
Honestly.
Which, by the way, Chipotle did a promotion for the return of the Good Place where it was buy one, get one free burritos in honor of the almighty burrito.
That's hilarious.
Because they referenced Chipotle for Aristotle in the first one where they're like, Aristotle, I thought it was pronounced like Chipotle. Is it Aristotle?
Is it Aristotle? That's so good.
Yeah, so I was like, genius. The ties in are so good. But because Michael, this callback, because he has helped out Jeff the doorman, now that they're at the cusp, Jeff just tosses him the key, toasts him with his thermos, and is like, good luck, frogman.
Oh, that was just like a very like sweet and pure moment, I think.
I love it.
Love me some Doorman.
I love it so much. And all of this, all I'm thinking is like, I just want to be wearing my Brady Bunch sweatshirt with my frog thermos and my frog keychain. Like the merchandising alone, I'm like, get on this. I'll buy all of it.
I need a Halloween costume, and I think that this is it. I think that I'm gonna get a Brady Bunch sweatshirt, a frog keychain. That would be so good.
I want to show up as the doorman, though, and just bring my own door. So that when people open the door, there's a door there, and then I open it.
Okay, so we're going trick-or-treating together.
Into it.
Love it.
And I guess we'll find out next week if it's a trick or a treat.
Hey, ba-doom.
Yeah, that Michael and Janet are going to be heading back to Earth.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because Janet hates Earth.
She does.
She just kept reiterating.
Fair. Yeah, if I had her powers, I would not want to be here.
Yeah, where it's like you could like drop like a snowplow on somebody, or you can kick them with your soft feet. I'm with you. Earth sucks.
Yeah. I want to just pop a beer in my hand. I don't want to wait for it to pour. She's got a point.
But since next week's episode is going to be called Snowplow, it makes me think they're going to be trying to push some obstacles out of the way. What do you say we dive into some predictions?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Ooh. And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I have to make the woo noise and do the woo light show. If you watch on YouTube, or not watching on YouTube, if you're just listening,
you're like, what?
You're like, what's happening? There's a light show.
Lots of lights.
So it's because our architect Anthony's got it going on. I have some predictions.
Let's hear. Do you want to go first?
Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
You go first.
I think that because Janet is going to be stuck on Earth with Michael, this is going to be a situation where she and Jason are maybe potentially able to get together.
Oh.
Because we know that they have been in love multiple times. It's what made her glitch out. That was the whole thing. And then when he and Tahani got together, that it messed up basically the whole good place.
Yeah.
The fabric of everything started to fall apart because that's how much she loved Jason. Now that they're on Earth, if her powers aren't activating, it could potentially mean that she's more mortal. Like, as Michael was saying, now that I've taken on this mortal form, like, I'm wet and I'm dry and I'm sweating and I'm blah, and blah. But just a heads up, it's like, hey, you guys are now officially mortals.
That's
you could
really
potentially get to...
good point.
Yeah, because that was the only issue, was that you couldn't really be together because you were mortal and an immortal non-robot.
Not a robot.
Not a robot.
That's a good prediction. My prediction / hope is I really hope we get Maya Rudolph going to Earth. I want to see Eternal Judge be amongst the people. I think that would be so fun.
I would love that.
Yeah,
And
that's
see if
my
we get
hope.
a Chipotle burrito versus the almighty burrito.
Can you just imagine? I'm so here for that. That's my prediction / wish.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I absolutely love that.
That'd be so fun.
And does anybody have any good predictions or anything in the chat? Has anybody been saying anything
Yeah,
to
we
us?
have Ivan Soto. He just says he just wants Eleanor and Chidi together. I also believe he was the one on DC Movie News.
Yay!
So thank
I love
you for
Ivan
joining
Soto.
us.
He listens to a
Yes.
lot of our stuff, so we love you,
You're
Ivan.
the best, Ivan. And Billie Jean Girl 24 has been being pretty vocal. Thanks for joining us, guys. It's so much fun. I love reading all your little comments as you say them.
And if you guys want to let us know your predictions or your feedback or anything, we love hearing from you guys. Be sure to comment, again, rate, subscribe, all those good stuff. Give us that thumbs up. And we also, for this show, have a fun little segment. A couple
Yes.
fun little segments now, too, that are unique just to our show. Chidi, of course, our resident philosopher, always bringing out his chalkboard, teaching us ethics. So we have a little segment that we call Chalk It Up to Chidi.
I love it.
Yeah.
So catchy.
This episode, though, was a unique one because most of the time we've had some sort of references to different philosophers, different ideas. We know that what we owe each other is the big recurring theme, the book that and everything that has been kind of reiterated. This one, we didn't really get a lot of philosophy lesson. We just got Plato misspelled on the board.
Right.
So instead of going through a full philosophy lesson, we'll just give you a little fun fact for this episode. Plato, Aristotle, and Socrates, of course, all followers of each other.
Yes.
The godfathers of philosophy, basically.
Yeah.
They're the people that we turn to for most of our philosophical ideals. Famously would all gather around big fountains. And now it's been determined that the reason is because moving water creates ions, which stimulate brain activity. So it makes you think more clearly if you're studying by a fountain or by moving water. And another fun fact, the Good Place has a fountain that's made out of clam chowder.
Yeah, I think that would stimulate you in an interesting way. That makes so
So-
much sense though, because I'm a writer and like I feel like when you're like by the ocean or like by a fountain, like I feel like the ideas do come more
That's where you
naturally.
get your best ideas in the shower.
That's true. I wrote a short film in the shower, guys.
Yeah, boom.
I'm not
It's because,
kidding.
again, ions. I'm just telling you.
Guys, if you need some creative
It's
inspiration, if you
true.
need to do your homework, hop in the shower.
Yeah,
what you
or
do.
sit next to a chowder fountain.
That too. I don't know if that's probably more accessible.
And a little special segment too, because I am lucky enough to get to work on the lot where they filmed The Good Place. A lot of times I get to see really cool things, and because NBC is promoting the resurgence of The Good Place, bringing The Good Place to Earth, we got to go to Studio City, actually Universal City, California, and check out a little behind the scenes at some of the promo that they've been doing. So
exciting.
we got a little video for you guys.
Holy forking shirt balls, The Good Place is back on NBC, and Eleanor's hijinks has made it all the way here to Universal City, California.
Hello,
Hey. What are you guys doing out here?
We're over here on City Walk right now, and we are actually having a great time with the Giant Four because NBC is now premiering season 3 on Thursdays at 8:30. I
am so excited. Love this season.
Yes.
What storyline are you most excited about this season? Checking out.
I can't wait to see Eleanor maybe evolve. We'll see if she ends up in the bad place, in the good place. We'll see where she ends up. I'm excited about her storyline. She's great.
And either way, we hope you guys end up checking out the after show on AfterBuzz TV immediately following The Good Place Thursday nights on NBC.
What the fork are you waiting for?
Yeah, love it.
Back to you guys.
Hey!
Back to you.
Back to me. That was me. Back to me.
You're like good and bad Janet right now.
Hey, oh, that's my dream.
Right?
That's her Halloween costume.
half
Half good Janet, half bad Janet.
I'm obsessed with that idea.
Into it.
Love it.
So we'll also be giving you guys little behind the scenes looks throughout the season 2 and seeing some stuff behind the scenes, taking some pictures, showing you guys some stuff. So be sure to keep tuning in every week.
Yes.
And then any other last thoughts on this episode or what's going to be coming up on the next episode, Snowplow?
Oh man, I don't know. I'm just so excited for this season. I'm so ready. I don't know. I never know what to expect in this show because they always go in directions I never think they're going to go.
Yes.
And then it works out and you can't imagine it going any other way.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And this is my good place here too. Just, ooh, baby, do you know what it's worth?
That was amazing.
Heaven is a place on earth.
Yes.
I'll stop. I apologize.
That was angelic.
So thank you guys so much for tuning in to the AfterBuzz TV After Show for The Good Place. We'll be here every week. And in the meantime, where can everybody keep up with you?
Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter at Alphaba_Ann, on Instagram at Taylor_Gates_. I also host the Sorry for Your Loss After Show every Thursday at 3 and 4, and the Law and Order SVU After Show every Thursday at 8. It's a Taylor Marathon every Thursday, guys. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, I love that. That's a great marathon. I'm into it.
Thank you.
And I'm Elena Jordan. You can find me on Twitter at Elena Jordan and on Instagram at That Elena Jordan Girl. You can find me here on DC Movie News and the American Horror Story After Shows. And I have a show here called What's Poppin' Up, where we check out some cool places around Los Angeles and check out all the new pop-ups. So check it all out and come back here next week. We'll be waiting for you guys. Bye. See you then.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.